Hello, Spirit Family. Thank you for joining me at Aquarian Node. I am getting ready to do a September love reading for the sign of Sagittarius. Sagittarius, what's going on? You guys have been popping up in a lot of my readings lately. A lot of temperance showing up, and in the timing deck, you guys have been showing up too. So let's see what you got going on. Remember, if this message don't vibe, let it ride. Please do not force this to fit into your life if it does not fit into your life. And if you love me, if you really care about me, you'll go ahead and like, share, comment, and subscribe. Trying to get these numbers up, get as many messages out to the collective as possible. You know, my North Node is in Aquarius, so that is my purpose in life, is to assist the collective. And because my moon is in Pisces, I'm supposed to do that using my spiritual gifts. My birth chart reveals a lot. Oh, and then you know what else I found out the other day? I've been doing a little research in palmistry. I'm not sure if I'm really fully committed to it, but I do think it's interesting. And so this is like something, the Majora something. I don't know. I think I'm thinking of a different body part. But anyway, in this area, they say if you have a star located on your palm, it means that you have spiritual gifts. And I have 3. So, oh, there it is. I have 3. 1, 2, and 3. 4, 5, if you want to count those, but I don't know if all of those count. So yeah, I just thought that was interesting. I have no idea why I felt like sharing that information with you, but anyway, so let's see what you got going on, Sagittarius. First card out is the Nine of Pentacles. I feel like a lot of you are working on something. I feel like y'all are minding your own business. Yeah, I just got that from spirit, not necessarily from the cards, but yeah, I feel like you're minding your own business. I don't think love is really something you guys are focused on right now. I just think it's interesting that the only thing that's upright is the Nine of Pentacles, and this is someone that's, you know, focused on making gains here. And then you got the Page of Cups in reverse, the Six of Wands in reverse, the Five of Cups in reverse, the Devil in reverse, and the Three of Cups in reverse. So yeah, I don't feel like you guys are really even focused on love right now. I think it's more so about the money, honey. Because the Page of Cups energy is very much it being in reverse is very much not really wanting to be invested in anything emotional. You do have this feeling of not being victorious, having been victorious in the past or now. And then with the Five of Cups energy, I do feel like you feel that way for a reason. It's with good reason here. Wow. You also have this Devil energy in reverse. So I think for a lot of you, you've recently come out of a relationship. You may have even, no, this was a long-term relationship for sure, but you're no longer in that space, and so your focus isn't on necessarily the romantic aspects of life. I feel as though you're definitely more concerned about the money. I feel as though you might be afraid that if you were to get in a relationship again, it would be costly with this Four of Pentacles. And then you have the Nine of Cups. So your wish, very much so, is to just focus on yourself. Singularity is really screaming out in all of these. And then you have the Five of Pentacles, which is very much, you know, financial shifts. I do feel as though when you exited this relationship, things changed for you financially. It wasn't necessarily something that you anticipated, and now you're just trying to get yourself back together, get back on your feet, and keep moving. I do also feel as though you are traveling for work. Yeah, the Tower in reverse. So very much unexpected change that was very negative. If this hasn't happened, it's going to happen. So I would definitely caution you to prepare yourself. At least get your money in order, get your finances in order, because I don't feel as though what you're in right now is going to be long lasting and progressive. I do apologize if you do hear any talking in the background. Oh, look at that, the Three of Cups again. Because I am doing our readings at Phoenix Haven in Altamont Springs, and we do have a customer in the store, so. But I'm going to keep going, because I don't know if y'all ever noticed, but I never cut my videos. I always do it in one take. So we're going to keep going. Then you have the Death card in reverse. So there might be a resistance to this change. Y'all are kind of all over the place, but you know what? I did not ask for one storyline, so I think that's why I'm getting so many. Because you have the Three of Cups in reverse, and now it's out and it's upright. So there is some type of celebration happening after a negative unexpected shift. I do feel as though you will be back to kind of claim your stability. And then you have the Death in reverse, which is very much a resistance to this change. So is the Tower in reverse. There's like a resistance here to change. Let's see if we can find out some more information, at least regarding your advice here. I'm going to use the Wild Unknown Tarot deck for that, because it's very blunt, straight to the point, and I find that extremely helpful, especially when it comes to multiple storylines, because some of you you're just not looking for romance right now. You're focused on the money, but you're already in a relationship with someone that you depend on, or they depend on you financially. It could be a Capricorn with the Devil energy here. You could also be dealing with a Scorpio with the Death energy there. But of course, there's water signs are on the table as well, with the Page of Cups, and the Earth signs too, with the Knight of Pentacles. So it could really be any sign here. Don't see any air though. Yeah, look at that. The Nine of Wands, and it's under the Nine of Cups. So I do feel as though this breakdown has been a long time coming. I haven't seen this card in a while, the Two of Wands. It's like you're very back and forth. This is like an in and out energy. This person that you've been with is very in and out. Somebody's using someone else. I'm not saying it's you, but it could be. I'm going to keep it real with you. Wow, that's two twos back to back. Two of Wands and the Two of Pentacles right next to each other. So yeah, I do feel very much so that this is also a warning for those of you that are not expecting a dissolution of the relationship. You might want to prepare yourself accordingly, because I do feel as though, and the celebration after the change, it's like this person, you or this person is going to be happy after things end. Interesting. And that Nine of Wands is very much, hold on, almost there, and for it to come out under the Nine of Cups. Yeah, and then look at that, you got the Ten of Swords, which is the conclusion of something that has been really burdening you for a long time. That's why I was saying, like, I feel like you may have been in this relationship for a while, and it's just, it hasn't been working out for a while, but that comfort level that you all have achieved is preventing you from wanting to just rock the boat. But either you are finally going to get to the point where you're like, okay, I'm cool with this, or they are going to drop the bombshell on you. You're either going to drop the bomb, or they're going to drop the bomb. And once that bomb is dropped, things are going to shift. So yeah, get your money in a row. Figure out where you want to move to. Didn't I say that earlier? I feel like some of you are going to end up relocating here. The Knight of Pentacles energy is giving me very much time to move on physically somewhere else. And Pentacles are also a very tangible thing. So I feel you're going to be taking your money and heading out. Shutting off your emotions. And then you got the Ace of Swords. So I do feel like the communication is coming. You got that right under the death in reverse. So I do feel like there may be some resistance. If the communication is coming from you, there's going to be some resistance to the change. This person doesn't really want things to end, but I do feel as though the reason why you two have stayed together so, or three, it might be a throuple, have stayed together for so long is because you're just used to it. Like you've fallen into the flow, the regular in and outs of the day. And so that comfort level is making it is the only resistance that you're experiencing here. Let's see what else you got. Times of life. You reflect the world reflects you. This is a timing card, because I just wanted to know like when this was going to really reach its climax, and that's the card that you got, times of life. So what this is saying to me is you two are going to come to a mutual agreement that, you know what, this isn't working out for either of us. Let's just, you know, go our separate ways and find what's going to be really fulfilling for us emotionally, and financially and physically. I honestly, I do feel as though you might be a little bit aloof to the intensity of the other person's feelings, but this has been a long time coming. You know, you guys should have been having conversations in the past, and now it's a little bit too late. So it's like, okay, well, let's get everything in order so that we can shift ourselves in a better way to be happy with our life. So, well, Sagittarius, that was a little intense. Hopefully you guys get everything figured out. If you need any help, you guys can always reach out to me for a personal reading. I do in-person readings at Phoenix Haven in Altamont Springs. I also provide virtual reading appointments, and you can schedule that online through my Calendly link, which will be in my bio and in the description. At Phoenix Haven, she does have wonderful crystals. I think not all of my crystals, but pretty much a lot of those crystals. I want to say at least half of them I received from here, and they're very helpful. She just stocked up on a bunch of new ones right now. We're promoting the malachite, which is a copper mineral, and it's great for personal growth, love, and healing, amongst a bunch of other things. And it's so pretty. I don't even like green, but I'm wearing green today. And then looking at this, it's so pretty. I can't even. But I do crystal work. That's my favorite form of healing. So if you need any suggestions on which crystal would be better suited for your specific situation, I would be more than happy to help with that as well. But anyway, remember, if this message don't vibe, let it ride. And please like, share, comment, and subscribe. I greatly appreciate all of y'all's support, and I look forward to doing a reading for you again soon. Sagittarius, bye-bye.